Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to some more Hearthstone Hijinks, the show where we play just downright ridiculous decks with ridiculous restrictions, try our best to win, end up I don't even know, and yet somehow still sometimes pulling it off. It really is a lot of fun. Today's Hijinks is not a type of deck, it is a self-imposed rule. They have been quite fun recently, and the rule is something that sounds like it should be okay, maybe even easy, but that seems to always be the theme, so we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna start with Murloc Shaman. I am basically just gonna be playing versions of Shaman, because I love Shaman, and I want my goddamn golden Shaman. So the restriction is, I have to play a card if I can play the card. So say my hand was Lightning Bolt, Rock Biter, and I had 3 mana. No matter what I do, I have to play all 3 of them, use my mana, use the cards, because I can. So think of it, if I can play it, I have to play it. I don't really get much of a decision. So that means this hand is interesting. I am going to get rid of most of this. In fact, I am going to get rid of everything but that, because at least I can coin Whirling Zap-O-Matic. And we do actually get some Murlocs, and we do get Jeeves, though a little bit too high cost. I love Murloc Shaman. It is really, really good fun. And this hand is actually going to be a good example of the Hijinks in action. Come on. Come on, Whirling Zap-O-Matic, one of my favourite cards, just because of the wee whenever it attacks it. It fills my heart with warmth, you know? And the thing is, it also means that I have to play into my opponent's cards, because I have no choice but to play my cards. So it kind of takes my tactics away here, and I kind of just gotta go for it. So we'll see if I can pull this off. So here we go, the example. I have to play coin because I can play coin. Now I either have to play one of these two, and I'm going to choose Whirling Zap-O-Matic, because if I play the Tide Hunter, I have nothing to follow it up with. I'd rather play it next turn, and then War Leader the turn after. So hopefully we're okay. Technically speaking, that would have been my opening turn here anyway, so I've not been affected by my restrictions. Galanar the Mage actually does really sound like a mage. Like, run! It's Galanar! He actually doesn't have a way of killing it. Hold the phone. The call center is on hold. This is potentially excellent. Here we go. Whee! Whee! I love it so much. Alright, so far, we've still done it. The thing is, I'm starting with Murloc Shaman because I don't really get affected too much by the Hijinks. I wanted to start slow and bring it down, you know. If that's all he's going to do, he's going to rapidly lose this game here. I'm ready! So, he has finally put down a Clockwork Gnome. I am going to play Murloc War Leader. That nicely uses my mana, and I'm going to kill this, annoyingly, because otherwise an attack from the gnome and a ping will kill my War Leader, and I don't want the War Leader dead. Next turn, I kind of am going to play Cold Light Seer, which means I'll have a spare mana, which means I'm probably going to be forced to Lightning Bolt his face. And honestly, with this restriction, if I had a spell that can't target face, I'd have to deliberately kill one of my own creatures, which is very obviously a little bit on the awkward side of things. We actually get a Mirror Entity. Should have waited a little bit on my Lightning Bolt there, but the thing is, well, it's actually kind of a clever Mirror Entity, because my own War Leader is buffing it up, but fortunately my War Leader has got too much health for it. Though a ping and an attack, that would kind of suck. That would put a lot of brakes on my Murloc train. That would be fun. You're going on a nice cost-crunchy train trip and just randomly down the aisles, Murgle! And you're like, something smells fishy here. Hey! Because it's like the Murlocs literally do, but also it's suspicious that there's a Murloc here. Fun fact, in the I Am Murloc card, there is SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, and Patrick. Yeah, there you go. Bet you're going to be looking for that now. Here we have Cult Master, which means we're not going to be losing our War Leader, at least I hope not. And it probably means the game is basically over. I've got 7 damage, I need to draw 3, we should be okay. And I just realized something. I nearly would have had to hex my own creature if the mana had lined up differently. And there we go. Let us end the game fairly nicely. And that's why I like Murloc Shaman. I realized the Hijinks didn't do much there. I accept that. I honestly thought it would go differently. Either way, let's hop into our next game with a more kind of normal Shaman deck, and then we're going to end things up with a bit of Mech Rattle, which is a very fun wombo combo-y Shaman deck, which you'll have seen if you've been following the tournaments. This one I think is going to be a lot more difficult because it's actually a normal deck with a nice curve, which you're not going to be wanting to play, especially against a priest who's going to be wanting to play a control matchup with me. I'm going to keep the Haunted Creepers because they're just useful early game, as well as the Rockbiter to capitalize on them. Assuming I get... Oh no, Lightning Storm! I'm going to have to Lightning Storm an empty board if the mana falls right. Okay, alright, the restriction is firmly making itself known here against Zan the Priest. Okay, I have to play the coin because I can play the coin. Fortunately, I can circumvent having to do a turn 1 Rockbiter face here. And there we go. We've played Haunted Creeper because we had to play everything that we can, and I chose the Creeper. So at least I do get the choice in that respect of which thing I have to play. Is he going to counter it with anything, though? That's the real question. If you play something like a Cleric, and I draw a Lightning Bolt, so I Rockbiter this to kill the Cleric, then I'm going to have to Lightning Bolt face, which is a little bit awkward. Fortunately, well, I've got to... Does it... Well, that sucks. I have to use all my mana if I can. That's part of the stipulation. So I'm just going to have to drop my other Haunted Creeper and kind of ignore the Bloodfen Raptor here. That's a shame. Really just wanted to Rockbiter, but not really a choice in the matter. Next turn, fortunately I can Rockbiter and Totem, or I would have to blanket Lightning Storm. Though actually no, the rule is that if I can play a card I have to. I can't use my hero power unless I have 2 spare mana after playing every card that I can. So that makes this a little bit more difficult. Oh no, I'm gonna have to freaking Lightning Storm a single 3/4. This is... I could perfectly Rockbiter. Please let me draw a 2-mana card. Please draw me a 2-mana card. Come on, Flame Tongue Totem, please. No, God, Dr. Boom. The only way to use all my mana and play a card is to Lightning Storm. This pains me. That's the worst play ever. Oh, I am just the worst Hearthstone player. Well, now we've got 2 mana next turn, which obviously makes things more awkward. Because I'm going to have to Rockbiter, that's the closest I can get. Fortunately, I have something to Rockbiter, so we're getting some value here. But Mr. Zan is probably thinking I'm a moron. Okay, a random Shrinkmeister as well. Not really a big problem. So we draw a Piloted Shredder. Well, the only thing I can do is what I would do in this board state anyway, so at least that's a little bit fortunate. Next turn, I'm going to have to play the Drake or the Belcher. It's 5 mana, it uses all my mana, unless I draw a 1-mana card with the Shredder. So yeah, this is basically a combination of if I can play it, I have to, coupled with I need to use all my mana every turn. So this is certainly interesting. Difficult to do with Shaman because it pays for a... Every time! What is with priests at this rank just going for it? I mean, I'm impressed, honestly, but it does seem a little ridiculous here. Oh, what is he even hovering over? I don't even know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But guys, when you suggest Hijinks topics, by the way, restrictions are totally cool. So yeah, I have to play either one of these, and for now, the sensible one is the Drake, just to draw more cards, and there we have a Hex. Which actually means next turn I need to Feral Spirit and Hex, if I don't draw anything that changes that. Meaning that I'm probably going to have to Hex my own card right in his face. This is just going to make me look like a dickhead BMer, isn't it? That's all this is going to make me look like. And it's not fair. But yeah, if you wish to suggest an actual restriction like this instead of a deck type, then go for it. I think the restrictions are really quite fun. Really? Okay. That's fine. He really wants to kill me. like, a lot. Fortunately, I don't have to waste Lightning Storm here, so I got that going for me. I have to do that. I have to do that. Perfect mana used, perfect cardage used. So, at least that works out. Though using a Hex on a 2/2 2-mana card is a little bit painful. Next turn we're going to have 5 mana, which obviously just means Belcher, so that's kind of what I do anyway, so that's good. Maybe this isn't the most restrictive restriction in the world, but it's still a nice way of thinking about things, I think, so it's definitely worth doing. Can I get a hat-trick with wins under this restriction, though? That's the main deal. Lighter than a Rue coming out here. Not really a big problem. So happy I didn't have to hex my own guy. That would have just been bad on so many levels. 12 levels we're talking here. Actually, no, just 3 levels. Wasted a card, wasted one of my own creatures, BM'd him hard. Yep, I have no choice but to play the Belcher with my restrictions. We'll kill them, attack face, and we have basically won this somehow. I don't know how, but somehow we have won this. So that's exciting. Am I now getting attacked? Oh, a Stormpike Commander. I mean, you don't see that every day, but credit to him. Credit to him. He is just trying his best in the world of Hearthstone. And Neptulon. So I've got 8 mana, 4, 5, 6, 7. The closest I can get is 7 mana. So I suppose we are going to go for a bit of Neptulon action. Because this way I'm likely to get a 1 mana Murloc. And, oh, it didn't work out. Though that is ridiculously nice. So you can kill him and you can go over there. So that's kind of annoying, and now we're down to 5 mana, which means I guess 3 and 2 makes the most sense. I could do that one and that one, actually. Not waste the Cold Light Seer buff. The impregnable wall that is the silver... Oh, guys. Oh, guys, this is... I have no idea how I am going to get past this Silverback Patriarch. I just don't think it can be done. Alright, so I have to try and spend all my mana and use as many cards as possible. 3, 4... No, 4... 5, 6, that makes the most sense. And there we go. Neptulon, kill that gorilla! Well done, friend, you did it. Well, it looks like we managed to do this, so we got that going for us. Didn't even play Dr. Boom. Next time we're going to have 10 mana, which I actually can very much nicely do. The Nightblade there for even more burn. He's healing himself. He's trying. And I do have the spaces on the board that I need, which is excellent. And we'll get rid of him. And then finally, there we go. Very, very perfect. Boom. Boom. Lovely. So that works out rather nicely, I have to say. I'm surprised by how well this is working. Like, a little bit, legitimately. And you know what I'm going to do? Just to spice things up a little, I'm going to play my first ever deck with this ruling to see if I can make something happen. This is legitimately, this deck has no Nax cards in, no GVG cards in, and it's barely got any of the good actual cards in. This is legitimately my first ever deck. And I'm against the Warlock. I'm a little bit worried. As you can see, the double slam proving excellent. They're not even my golden Sylvanas, because I wanted to preserve the golden status I had back then as well. We got a Warsong Commander and a Wrathy Weaponsmith. This one may be a little bit more of a challenge, I'll admit. Just don't be Zoo, and we'll be fine. Frostwolf Grunt, everybody! Boom! What a card! What a goddamn card. Couldn't play anything there, so at least I got out of having to do so. Oh, and there's a Leper-Gnome. That's not great at all. Followed by probably another Leper-Gnome. Actually was another Leper-Gnome. I was kidding, but that's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't see this working too well. That's going to stop literally one Leper-Gnome, and that's just not enough. That is just really not enough. And he's just going to play more, and now there's a Flame Imp, and life is difficult, everybody. Life is difficult. He is zooing his way at rank 18. What a guy. I have to play Warsong Commander to use all my mana. At least next turn I can nicely Wrathy Weaponsmith, which will let me kill something and put a body down. We got the Sunwalker taunt. This ain't over yet. That's interesting to see. Didn't really expect it, but okay. That actually really gives me a nice advantage. If he'd played more creatures there, I probably would have lost the game. Have to play that, and goodbye, Flame Imp. So this works out nicely. We're taking some agency back. Annoyingly, we got a Frostwolf Warlord next turn. Well, it depends if we draw a 3-mana card, actually. We may not have to. There's the Egg, followed by the tap. Wrong order to do that in, but I'm going to let you off, Skur. And we do draw a 3-mana card. Yay! Doesn't actually change a line of play. We're still actually just doing that. So, honestly, a 5-5 for 5-5 is fine. It's kind of baseline. It's low Theb stats. So I'm not going to be too worried about that. And we actually have a Sludge Belcher coming out. Interesting. Can I deal with this in perfect mana way? I think I actually can deal with this in perfect mana way. So we're going to slam this. I realize I could kill it with the Frostwolf, but I'm not too bothered about that. We are then going to shield block. And then we are then going to Voodoo Doctor. Max cards played, and we have dealt with it in, I think, a fairly okay way, and kept our Warlord above any nuke range. So that worked out nicely. Next turn, we're going to have 7 mana, which is awkward. Very, very awkward. I may end up Cruel Taskmastering with a Corcoran. And there's a Siphon Soul. A little bit unexpected. Maybe he's not playing his Zoo. Maybe it's more mid-rangey. Ah, shit. 5 and 2 is the correct of the brawl. It's I've got to play the brawl and the Cruel Taskmaster. So that's yeah, please don't backfire. Oh no! I killed his egg, buffed it by 2 attack, and then killed both of my creatures for him. Oh no! That was the only play that uses all my mana and my cards. Oh, I am so upset right now. I literally, I could not have done more for him in that situation. I just couldn't have. I am so upset. We'll kill the Flame Imp and we'll just play a Sunwalker. But I'm a little bit upset. That is worth the video by itself there. That is a spectacular chain of fail. I couldn't have done that any better. Oh, I'm so just not happy. I am not happy right now. I really hope I draw something good. I have no idea what's in this deck. We have a Lord of the Arena because I'm cool like that, I guess. Oh, please just stop the pain train, Skur. That's all I need you to do. Just stop the pain train. The sensible decision is obviously Khan and then finish it with the Nerubian, which I have buffed with the ability to do it. Oh, we're just getting Demon Fired anyway, so that's nice. Oh, and Stalag. Nice to see Stalag. That's really good. This is going to depend so much on my draw as opposed to what I'm allowed to actually do here. And Gurubashi Berserker, 5 and 4 is 9. Don't have the choice. Have to do that. Fortunately, that lets me get rid of him. So we got that going for us. He can obviously always kill him. Those two can't even kill him together. So technically we might be doing well, and what's wonderful is for the first time this video, I may be allowed to hero power. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Oh, it's my turn though. Oh, and I can actually choose what I play. The happiness is real. We're obviously going to get rid of him. We're going to drop Sylvanas and we're going to armor up. And then goodbye, Berserker. You tried. You tried your best. We may actually claw this back. I don't think we will, but we might do. The restrictions have hurt us in a less well-crafted deck. But it is interesting seeing that we've proven that when you have a well-crafted... Oh god, am I dead? 8 damage? No! Khan, you betrayer! Garrosh is not fit to rule the Horde! I thought he had played Lord of the Arena instead. I thought about the long game. That is a shame. That is a shame. So there you go, guys. I think we've fully experienced this one. Have to use as many cards as possible and have to use all your mana if possible. I tried. I did try. I am so close to Golden Shaman. Just 85 wins. I say just 85. That's a fair amount. Either way, let me know some ideas for the next Hijinks, a deck type or a restriction, or both, in fact. And we'll see what we can do. My name is Rage. I really like you've enjoyed this. I really do appreciate it, and subscribe for more. Goodbye. You've been watching